Hello, and Randy here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to Lost Worlds here. Since last episode, finished up all the chisel plowing we were working on. Also finished up the sunflower harvest as well. Got that all done. Also sold all the sunflowers here as well. And yes, everyone, I know, not the correct time of year to sell sunflowers, but again, we're not going to make it to the correct time of year. At least I don't plan to anyway, Evan. Again, this is going to be the final week here on this map, and we're going to move to another map here next week. At least that's the plan anyway. And as I mentioned here before, I do, again, reconnect that. I do tentatively have a new map picked out. With that being said, that could always change. So, again, if folks have any suggestions for maps, throw them down in the comments. Always very much appreciated. Anyway, this episode, I'm going to skip to the month of November here. We're going to continue working on our field work here. We got 2 more fields that we can plow. Also, as you've probably seen when we started there, I got the slurry spreader brought over to that field. We're going to get course play going on that. And both our hay fields are ready to be mowed. We're going to get started on that here as well. Speaking of starting, let's get some equipment moving here on the map here. So starting off, we'll just, since we're over here, we'll get the international going here on plowing. So we're going to set that up with course play here. Should be all good. Just generate that course. Yeah, this will probably take a while to do this field here. Again, this is our sunflower field here. So yeah, probably take a few minutes to finish that field. Got the John Deere 4430. Switch maps here. There we go. Set up on this field. We'll get you going over here. Well, you should be set ready. Just generate the course. First waypoint there as well. Drive the course. This field should go a little bit quick here. Relatively small field. This is the field we started with. For those of you who remember when we first started on this map. We had to clear a lot of land to make this field. Seems like we've come such a long way here since we started this map, doesn't it, everyone? For those of you who remember when we first started up in this area, there was a small field in this area, but then most of this area was all trees, and there was like a lot of trees in this area. Compared to most of the rest of our fields, like this one over here, I think there was a decent number of trees in this one too, if I remember correctly. The rest of them here weren't too bad. Those were just like a handful here and there we cleared out, but yeah, again, we had to clear all of this land. I want to make the fields that we have, with the exception of, let's see, the hay field I think we already had, right? And then this hay field, yeah, we had this one, but I cleared some of the land to make it even bigger. So, I'm trying to remember exactly what we all did here again. Oh, actually, you know what is this? Was it this one here? I think that's one of the original fields right there. So that one, yeah, anyway. Okay, one last worker to get going here. Actually, maybe 2 last workers. We might get the worker going on mowing hay there on that field as well. But first things first, we're going to get some slurry going over here. So let's get a course going for that. That should be good. Generate that course. And we actually need to set this up with course, or not course, but auto drive. So yeah, this actually is field 4. Perfect. We are going to go to slurry fill. Fill with slurry. Is this the right mode? I don't remember what mode I need. Yes, I believe that's the correct mode, I think. So field 4 is our target. Fill with slurry, or at the slurry fill, and fill with slurry. So yeah, that should be good. And then we need to turn on the course play here, and we'll turn you on. Again, you start this with auto drive, so you don't actually start course play. For those of you who have not done this here before, I know it took me a little bit to get used to that here as well. So for those of you who may be used to how course play used to work in the past, Evan, used to be back in the day when you would go record a fill route with course play, and you would use that in conjunction with your fieldwork course, right? So you'd essentially have 2 courses loaded. Now, I think you can actually do that yet with course play having 2 courses loaded, I think. But I don't know if you can do the whole fill thing or not. I'm not sure if that even is a thing anymore with course play. But now you can use auto drive for your routes. And again, auto drive, I think most of you folks would agree with me on this one, is probably far superior for that type of application. Its networking system for roads just works really, really good typically. And then course play usually does a pretty good job on field work. I think course play's probably just giving up on like the whole combine stuff and like kind of one, because well, for those of you who've seen Farming Simulator 19, course play was less than stellar at that type of work. Looking good here so far. Got the chisel. Oh, speaking of this chisel plow, by the way, I was going to look at this. I forgot to check this one, but it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, yes, this one does mulch as well, I think, doesn't it? I'm trying to find it. There we go. Yes, saving content. Needs rolling. There we go. Yeah, so the case chisel plowman actually also does mulching. Good and bad with that one. Good and bad. One that probably means this is not going to work with a hired worker. So hired workers do not like implements that do multiple things, unfortunately. Just, wow, that's a lot of overlap there, too. It's overlapping to the point that the plow is actually stopping and working in a few places. It looks like, oh, well. Of course, it doesn't mulch this stuff, though. That stuff just, apparently the mod author must not have something set in the foliage layer probably for this. Yeah, it doesn't go away. You put buildings down, you plow it. Yeah, kind of annoying. Anyway, I'm going to start, well, actually, you know what I'm going to start doing is we're going to get a tractor over here for mowing. But, that was a 40-20, I think I had on that. Is that, yeah, this looks like probably the tractor here. This is probably our mowing tractor. Do you have a course loaded for it? Doesn't know. Do you know? Maybe we do. Oh, yes, actually we do. Good. I don't think I've actually changed the course on this tractor. This has kind of been our dedicated mowing tractor here for this field. And speaking of mowing, I've got a slightly different plan for our larger hay field here. Planning on probably baling this, by the way, here. We're going to turn this all into silage bales. That is my tentative plan here at this point. I want to see how many silage bales we get off this hay field here. We are fully grown, so the hay is like the most growth it can have, I guess. I'm not sure how else you'd say that, but first waypoint. And actually, let's zero this offset. Got to make sure we turn this one on here, too, because of course, we doesn't know how to turn it on. Of course, we also, always adds an offset that is not needed. And of course, remember, this one takes away the offset that is needed. Like, really? Come on, Courseman. Come on. Work with us here. Work with us. Yeah, it doesn't want to, does it? Oh, well. Okay, let's head over to the shop, everyone. Oh, speaking of, by the way, the shop here, real quick, go back here. When you folks might notice, hey, $952,000, Evan. Like, we are, yeah, we're looking good, Evan, money-wise here. Of course, we sold all the sunflowers. Not for the best price, but we sold them. So we made some money on that, Evan. Also, our cows are finally making money. Actually, I think I've seen like $130,000 come in. They also probably need to be fed. Well, I don't know if we'll actually do that or not, because, again, we're wrapping the map up here at the end of this week. So, where's my finance here? There it is. I think I've seen 130,000. Harvest income. It says we made 213. Is that all we made off the sunflowers? Really? Wow. Highway robbery. It's probably all we made of it. 213,000. Yeah, if we probably would have waited till December or January, whenever it was for the best price, probably would have been 400. But oh well. Sold milk, Kevin. Look at that. $130,000. Also, I'm not sure what these sold products are. 51, 56. I don't know what that is. Anyone happen to know what is the sold products here? Looks like it started up about the same time we started selling milk here, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Not complaining of it. I mean, 56,000, 51,000, 24. I'm not sure. I don't think I've sold anything. Kind of confused with that. Okay, anyway. Getting distracted. Back to the shop here where I was going to say, now that we have money, everyone. Yes. Time to maybe try a different mower here. So the John Deere 2280. Oh, it's a diesel. Look at that. Has a whole bunch of configurations for it. Like, actually, that might not be a bad idea to put a weight on the back here. Oh, and speaking of weight, by the way, you might notice, it's very subtle. See the weight, the back end actually goes down a little bit. That looks like that means the mod author actually properly configured the weights so it actually adds weight. I always like when I see that, because otherwise, yeah, it's quite common, the mod authors, when they do weights, it doesn't actually do anything other than a visual. Oh, it's weights there. Yeah. If you program it properly, it will actually add weights. Just saying. Antenna, exhaust, interior. Yeah, for those who have this mod, you check there. It does a whole bunch of different things. Mirrors, sure. We can put some mirrors on. I don't think there's any otherwise, is there? No. Mirrors seem like a good idea. Don't think we need anything else, do we? Oh, GPS, yes. Probably want some GPS. Doubles the price of this thing, unfortunately, but might be nice, if they made the GPS a little more like cheaper on some of this cheaper equipment, right? Well, Wood. Really? Okay. Wonder if that actually is like an option. Okay, well, anyway. Down to the shop here. I don't know this is actually larger than our current mower, by the way. This actually, I mean, yeah, it's self-propelled, but I don't know if it's necessarily any better than what we currently have for mowers. It's just different, so we're going to give this a try here. I'm doing a horrible job lining up to this here. There we go. Oh, the steering on this thing is, yeah, interesting. Rear steer here, of course. Oh, and I was going to mention that for those you noticed in the shop here. Go back here one more moment here. Is it this one? Oh, yeah. 400 kilograms of front weight. Looks like back weight to me, but okay. It calls it front weight, so whatever. I just thought that was interesting. I noticed that when I was looking at it earlier. Like, huh, front weight, huh? Interesting there's two PTOs on there. Wonder why they do two PTO design like that. Seems like, well, why not just run one in a gearbox there, maybe? I presume it's probably because the gearbox is over here, and then rather than putting the gearbox here, they're just, yeah, running shafts in between them. Seems like it'd be cheaper just to run one shaft and then a drive gearbox there. But what do I know, right? What do I know? The main gearbox, of course, is this one up here. On this is what's driving your head there, but also watch where I'm going here. Which actually, looking at this, Evan, I think a lot of the newer mowers, newer self-propelled, aren't they all hydraulically driven nowadays? Ooh, look how steering on this thing. Okay, let's just get that steering straight here. Slow changes in the steering. Very curious. I'm going to see once this time around how many silage bales. I plan on making silage bales out of this here, by the way. I don't plan on chopping, at least not the big field. I don't know. If we want to do some chopping, I suppose we could do the small field over here. But as far as the big field goes, Evan, plan on just baling this one here. Because, again, like I said, I'm curious how many bales we're going to end up with here. Again, if we mow it every single in-game day, Evan, which is what we did last year in the game. If you remember, Evan, we did a lot of mowing. Like, we were constantly mowing, and more mowing, right? But then every time we mowed, Evan, we could fill up our bale trailer, give or take a bale or two, every single day. So in order to make this pay, Evan, we need to fill up 3 bale trailers here this time around. So, again, goes back to the age-old question I've always had. Are we better off... So why is this putting it out to the side? I guess it is kind of sort of middle. Are you better off mowing it every single day? Are you better off mowing it every other day? Or I believe it's taken 3 days to get to this point. So I think every day the hay grows a little bit more. And I say day, again, folks, it's a month. So every month it grows a little bit more, right? And I've lost count if this is our second. I think this is our third mowing on the field here, right? I think. Looks like we're seeing a little bit less yield here than last time, too. I'm noticing a lighter green there in the 125% areas. At least I think that's 125. Maybe it's a little less. Yeah, we're definitely a little lighter. So we are getting a little bit less yield than we were last time. I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't understand what's up with the fertilizer on this field here. If we get out here, let's actually... Oh, the pH is bad. Oh, wait. No, it's good. Okay. It'll be bad here once we mow it here this time around, but it is good at the moment. Good on fertilizer. Yeah, we should be getting about as good as it gets. We're 85 versus 89. Yeah, probably no mulching. I don't know. Does mulching apply with hay? I don't know if mulching applies with hay. Apparently rolling does, because it doesn't say it's been rolled. So I guess we could roll it, and we'd have to mulch it, which, yeah, it means we'd have to plow it under. At least I think we would, right? Not sure. Have to go look through the grassland tool, see if there's something that actually mulches without needing to be, plowed under. But we don't care at this point. We're done with the field here, so, well, once we're done mowing anyway. Maybe it's just me, but this mower seems kind of quiet. Not complaining. Just noting. Reminder, by the way, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so, by the way. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, as always, Evan, if you like the video, well, you know what to do. Click that old thumbs up button there. Also, make sure, Evan, you stay tuned here for next week. We'll be starting a brand new map. Again, as I mentioned here earlier in the episode, I do tentatively have one picked out. We'll have to wait and see what that's going to be here yet, though. And as always, subject to change. You never know. You folks might send me a map and like, oh, I like this one even better yet. So, also, as always, Evan, if you folks have any suggestions for maps, let me know. Throw them down below in the comments there. I do plan on, by the way, with the map we're going with, hopefully, basically continuing what you folks see here. So, maybe some of like the really old equipment, maybe we won't be using that one next time around, but we're going to kind of continue with, we'll probably like bring this mower over, bring some of our other equipment that worked well. We'll try to, maybe not use the equipment that didn't work so well. We'll leave that behind, but we're probably going to continue our play style here. I don't know. I'd love to bring my cows over, but in theory, I guess there is a way of it. I could actually bring the cows over if I really wanted to. We might just like rebuy the cows and we'll like kind of start fresh. But we'll start with adult cows. We'll see how that goes, Evan. And maybe we'll add some additional animal types here for the next map. I was planning on doing some additional ones on this map. We just never got around to it, Evan. Just the cows, and yeah, it's like, okay, that's enough. I mean, cows, folks, think about that. Cows are a fair amount of work, right? Maybe next time around, maybe we'll get the automated feeding barn. Maybe we'll do that on the next map. We'll see what's here. Reminder, too, by the way, if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, as always, you can find that information down below in the description there. Again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely and follow the rules. And also down below in the description there, you can find the rest of my social media information as well. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. I'm not particularly active on any of that stuff, Evan, but if you like to follow, I do post some stuff every so often. I should really probably do better with that, but, real life. And, of course, for those of you who have heard here recently, had a baby here a couple of weeks ago. She is doing great here so far. For those of you who like to, if you want to see more pictures of her, I have been posting a couple here on Instagram here and there. Again, try not to, post too many, but, okay, as a dad, I think that's a requirement, isn't it? You got to post all the pictures. But yeah, folks want to check that out. Be sure to follow me over on the rest of my social media information. Also, for those of you, I don't mention this one here very often, because what I always say is I'd rather you just watch the ads on YouTube. But if you'd like to help support the channel, that is always very much appreciated as well. There are multiple ways you can support. What I always tell people, hey, just watch the ads on YouTube. That's all I ever ask. But then you can watch the videos essentially for free. Or you also have the YouTube Premium as well, of course. For those who watch that way. I'm not sure, actually, as far as the creator, talking about myself here, which one's better, watching ads or having Premium. I don't know. But because YouTube pays you either way. If you have Premium, then YouTube pays the creator for every watch, whatever it adds up to be. I'm not entirely sure, but gives you ad-free YouTube. Plus, you get access to YouTube Music as well, which is, a pretty good deal if you think about it. But there are other ways you can help us support the channel, too, if you'd like, Evan. If you don't want to watch the ads, there's always ad block options, which, personally, I don't approve of such things, Evan. I know YouTube can be a little bit annoying with the ads. It seems like a lot of the platforms are getting that way. Used to be back in the day, just have maybe an ad at the beginning, ad at the end, but now they're like mid-roll ads, and every like 2.5 minutes you got a 5-minute ad, it seems like, right? And then of course you got the 40-minute long ads that are not skippable. I don't think YouTube has any non-skippable 40-minute ads, but they do have like some non-skippable ones that are a couple minutes long. That's a little bit ridiculous if you ask me, but yeah. But yeah, other ways, Evan, we do have Patreon as well. Again, all that is linked down below in the description. If you'd like to, again, help support the channel, very much appreciated. There is also YouTube membership here as well on YouTube. Used to actually have a bit of a membership going back in the day, Evan, but unfortunately, YouTube kind of screwed that up here. Oh, that was a couple years ago, and YouTube screwed up my channel. For those who remember that debacle, and that's not even the one where we got banned for spam, scam, and deceptive practices, right? That's just a whole nother topic for another time, which, yeah, YouTube. But yeah, that was a couple years ago on YouTube. Something with my channel got screwed up, and then, like, I was like a YouTube member, but then I wasn't, and they had to, like, do a reset, and yeah, pretty much lost the entire membership. Everything that was there at the time, yeah, got messed up, so... But yeah, for those who like to join on the YouTube membership, you're welcome to do so. That does give you early access to the videos, everyone. And when I say early access, I'm only talking like maybe a few hours, anywhere from maybe 12 hours, everyone. So you can actually watch the videos a little bit earlier if you so prefer. Or maybe like on the rare occasions with this particular one, you might actually be able to watch it 24 hours earlier. I am recording this video earlier than I typically do, and the way I've been working out my videos here lately, I've been pretty much just straight uploading them when I'm done recording. So if I do that with this video, you folks actually might be able to, if you're a membership anyway, if you're a member of the YouTube channel, you can actually watch this one maybe upwards of 24 hours early. Depends on how long it takes to upload, but usually most of my videos, I think they upload in a couple of hours at the most, usually 1 to 2 hours, I think it is. So far, feels like we're making some pretty quick progress on the mowing here. Finish this last headline. We'll see what's about getting some GPS set up here. So we got some decent windrows coming out of this mower here so far. Hopefully some good grass. That is something I wouldn't mind seeing in the future, and it's probably not going to happen, but with Farming Simulator 25, Evan, rather than just like grass like this, let's actually see some alfalfa and clover and yeah, like some actual hay, good hay mixtures here, right, everyone? At least around where I live, anyway. That's typically what most farmers would be feeding your cows. You'd be doing some alfalfa, maybe some clover and stuff in it. Mix a few other things in, but typically alfalfa being the big one. And speaking of Farming Simulator 25, again, we're what, less than 2 months away now, I believe, correct? I think we're less than 2 months away if I'm doing the math right. And as I mentioned this here already, Evan, our next map will obviously be the last map, at least it should be, unless something goes wrong, Evan. Will be the last map on Farming Simulator 22, so try to pick a good one here for the last one, right? Round and around the field we go. Where we stop, now we're still not sure yet. Okay. Not sure how effective GPS is on this here, but we're going to give it a try anyway. Again, the, fields on this map aren't particularly, like, straight in line with a good GPS, so we'll make it work. Let's see. So I believe we want 0 degrees, auto width. Oh. That's 0, huh? It's off a little bit than I thought it was. Okay, we'll try to make it work. Get ourselves set up here, man. We'll load up some comments here as well. Again, always enjoy reading all your focus comments. So if you got something to say, don't forget to throw it down below, even if it's saying hi. Like I said, always enjoy reading them. So much easier to read comments, by the way, when you got GPS set up. Okay, starting off with the first one here. Hetro was saying, food is my favorite 4-letter word. Hey, that's a good one. That's a pretty good one there, Hetro. I think most people would probably agree that's a pretty good 4-letter word right there, food. Hetro was saying, great video. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. Maybe let's a little bit less of this let's go, Brandon, because we get any more of this let's go, Brandon, I think we're all going to be ceasing to exist here pretty quick at the rate he's going. But don't worry, Evan. Don't worry. Just because he's not running doesn't mean you can't keep the current administration going by just voting for his, we'll just say vice president. Yeah. Don't you folks just love it how she's going to fix everything? Wait a minute. Isn't she currently in office? Oh, wait. Sorry. I wasn't supposed to mention that. Anyway. Got to get a few comments in, right, Evan? Yeah. J.E. Tedgemeyer was saying, bigger equipment, slower speed. Wider equipment equals fewer turns, U-turns, faster completion. That's, and I think that's what I mentioned here last video as well. That was, I think, the question I was asking. So, do you get a smaller piece of equipment and go faster? Or do you get a larger piece of equipment and go slower? And like J.E. Tedgemeyer was saying, you get the wider piece, fewer turns. Therefore, in theory, you should get done quicker, right? Probably a few exceptions with that, of course. But, I mean, generally speaking. Christopher was saying, good morning and good video. Hey, thank you very much for that. Actually, speaking of comments here, we actually got quite a few comments here already, given the fact that, again, I'm recording this video quite a bit earlier than I normally do. So, ooh, is it, oh, it's going to be close. Oh, no, I think we're going to have to keep this, I think we're just going to get just a little bit off there yet. Okay, we'll stay on this one here. No, Huber was saying, hey, RDAllen, great video. Love the series. Well, hey, thank you very much for that. And, yeah, for those of you kind of liking the equipment and stuff we have going on this series, Evan, like I said, we'll hopefully be continuing that on the next series there as well. So, again, stay tuned for that. Like I said, as long as this mower works, which seems like it does, we'll probably maybe make some use of this mower here in the next one as well. Again, hopefully doing some more cows, so we'll probably want some more hay there again on that next map. Folks like how they advertise diesel. Yeah, you don't see that on most equipment nowadays. Again, it's just, you go back to some of that older equipment, I mean, you look at the stuff they were, like, advertising, right? It's like, yeah, they don't advertise that feature so much anymore, right? Like, oh, the John Deere 6620 turbo. I mean, pretty much all equipment has turbos nowadays, at least the larger stuff anyway, right? You know, diesel, yeah, it's pretty much anything over 50 horsepower is probably diesel. Not necessarily, maybe, but typically, everyone, usually anything much over 50, it's pretty much guaranteed it's probably going to be diesel. And then you start getting much over, what, 75-ish? I think that's usually somewhere in there. That's when they usually start throwing the turbos on as well. Got to check the width here, but I think our mower here actually is smaller than the tow behind one. So I think what we did here, but we kind of did what the opposite of what we were talking about there with J.E. Tedgemeyer's comment there. We went smaller, but I think we're also going faster as opposed to the larger but slower. With that being said, though, I think in this case, this actually probably would be better, because, I mean, we can turn around a lot quicker than you can with that one, especially if you're using it correctly. I know our hired workers don't, but minor details there. Anyway, just looked over at the time, Evan. It is unfortunately time to wrap it up here for this episode here already. Oh, you know what they say, Evan? Time goes faster and having fun, right? So, thanks for watching, Evan. Have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, until next time.